What's going on, family? I am very stoked to get into another request from our great friend Yulita today. She's got us check it out. The original intro track, excuse me, not original. I don't know why I said that. The intro track to the record, the one right before the last one we checked out with that fire ass beat. Let's go ahead and check out the intro. Let's do it. NF, we're jumping back into it. Okay, so this is definitely old because one thing I know about this man now is that like you like never see his hair anymore. Like he's always wearing a hat and a hoodie up, like all the time in like every video, which is kind of swaggy. I like it. I like the fact that he does that. Like I don't want to say he copped Eminem swag that way because he kind of did, but I think M was the first to really kind of like start doing that full time type shit, and then he stopped. But yeah, but shout out to NF and M at the same time. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm a Slim Shady kid. I can't help it. I cannot fucking help it. But I do fuck with NF heavy. I do. But that's what I said. This dates it a little bit for me, at least off the rip, because like I said, you don't even see his hair anymore. You don't even see his hair anymore. He's always wearing his hat and his beanie up and his hoodie up.
I'm looking like I'm gonna get it, you probably don't get it. I come in your house with a microphone looking like I'm about to set up a show in your kitchen. I'm out of my mind, but I feel like I'm in it. If I never make it, don't make any difference. I'm still gonna kill it. You know what the deal is, and there ain't no chillin' when I'm in the building. And F is a monster, I am a villain. My music is sick and you don't know what ill is. You better get back, I don't write any filler. I write what I feel and I'm feeling a million, so you better be quiet, you hear it? I'm about to lose it. I'm on a whole different level of music. Don't treat me like I have no clue how to do this. You better rethink what you're thinking and move. Now picture me writing when I was a kid.
Man, he is coming with the energy, fam. He really is. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But now I'm going back to think what I was saying about the whole hat and the hair thing. He looks so much more hard with it up. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like that's why he does it. Like I feel like that's why he does it, man. This video is so fucking sick too. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if he had his hat and his hood up, it would be that much harder. I'm glad he found it. I'm glad he found it. It's not taken away from, I'm not trying to take away from the greatness of what this was in the moment. This is how you start a record, man. This is how you start an intro. It's just called intro. That is already telling you what time it is. And like the video itself is like, I'm gonna assume it's either his actual neighborhood or it's to replicate his actual neighborhood. Does that make sense? So I would imagine I would probably put almost everything that I had on the fact that this is probably his actual neighborhood or a place that he lived at some point in time. At some point in time that he did. So I feel like that already is telling you what time it is with the intro. And he's getting busy. He has never played with his pen.
I'm about to lose it. I'm on a whole different level of music. Don't treat me like I have no clue how to do this. You better rethink what you're thinking and move. Now picture me writing when I was a kid trying to make it in music. I thinking it's crazy. I spent all my money on studio time trying to get all my music so people could play it. Keep it 100, my music was terrible. Learn to get better than one that I made. Go back to my Moments album. Most of you people, you probably don't know what I'm saying. Hold up. What you witnessing now? Don't try to figure me out. I grab on that microphone, jump in the crowd, they was laughing at me. Who they laughing at now? Huh? I laugh at myself. Some people, they looking like, wow. The moment you told me that you was a rapper, I couldn't believe it. You believe it now? Step in the booth and
I love that. But there is a lot of truth behind that, right? You know what I mean? Where it's like, what is a rapper supposed to look like? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, is a rapper supposed to look a specific way? You know what I mean? Is he supposed to look a specific way? He's not. There's no such thing as called, when you are an artist, when you are a rapper, you are also an artist. You know what I mean? It's not anything different than being any other kind of other artist that is out there. So why do we like pigeonhole rappers to like certain things? I'm guilty of this myself. I really am. Where I'm like, I will say that I only listen to specific types of rap. You know what I mean? Where that's I'm putting myself in my own category. Does that make sense? Like I turn myself away from certain things because they don't look or appear the way I think that they should be that way. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is exactly, I brought this up on myself in the beginning of this damn video, talking about what he looked like. And then he made that line. And that's why it's resonated with me. You know what I mean? What is he supposed to look like? What is he supposed to? His music is fire. His videos have always been fire. And I'm over here talking about the fact that he ain't got no fucking hood up. You know what I mean? That's stupid. That's stupid. Who cares?
For myself, some people they looking like wow. The moment you told me that you was a rapper, I couldn't believe it. You believe it now? Step in the booth and I'm murdering. You never heard of a rapper that killer like I do. I sleep on the couch in the studio, stay up till 3 in the morning and write till I get more. The moment I wake up, I feel like I don't even sleep and I'm ready to put on my record. Well, thank you for buying. Maybe you burned it, but either way, I'm gonna wreck it. I look at the industry, look what it did to me. You'll never make it if you never grind. You put a whole lot of money into it, you better be ready to give it your time. I look at the past several years of my life and I promise you I've been giving it mine. Try to keep up with this, I'm not a puppet, no string on my back. I'm one of a kind. Music is changing, no way to tame this. I am an artist. Look what I painted. Hang up the caution tape, I'm dangerous. Does anyone know where my brain is? Rappers are comfortable knowing they're famous, but I really don't care what your name is, and I really don't care if I'm nameless. Y'all just driving around. I know what my lane is. Hockey, not competitive. This is a job for me, it's adrenaline. Don't try to box me, and I am Mayweather. Come in the ring, my punches are way better. I never drink, but I live in these bars. The moment you blink is the moment you lost. Say you a king, who put you in charge? Care what you think, I'll break in your car. Climbing on top of it, sound the alarm, and wake up the neighborhood, rap in your yard, and carry the speakers up under my arm. So you can sleep in on me, I'm at large. No, but the jokes, I ain't joking. You come in the session with me, I'ma show you what dope is. And when I say dope, I ain't talking about smoking, I'm talking about music that has an emotion. I look at this mic, it's part of my family. Take it away, I'm coming to find you. I've been through a lot of my life, and it's hard to get people to listen when no one's behind you. And then Capital came in the picture and gave me a shot. And look at it now, I look at the team I'm dealing with. These people ain't playing around. Looking back, I got a laugh. I was in a whole different place a year ago. I look at the math, I look at the map, and thank you God, I swear it's a miracle. And I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. But man, this track was beautiful. The least I can do if I murder a beat is take the time to go to his funeral.
He played with him with that. If I take the time to murder his beat, I gotta at least take the time to go to his funeral. That's fire. That's fire. Yeah, he never really plays. He never really plays with anything. No matter if he's telling a story, no matter if he's just dropping bars. I feel like it's a fire intro. It's a fire intro to the record. I feel like it kind of is like an update. It kind of gave him like an update in the point in time of like kind of like where he was at with certain things in his life, which has kind of always been very cool and interesting about his music, is the fact that it is like you're getting the updates on like his life experiences that way, what he's been dealing with and how he's been feeling about it. So, in that aspect, you know, this is how you start a record, man. And then going into that second track, bam, that's a 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch. Like, again, like he when he chooses to switch up his flows and his rhyme schemes and his rhyme patterns, it's always in these moments where it's just like when you kind of were getting used to that one pattern, he switches it up on you. And a lot of people, they'll just double back. They'll just keep going back down that same path. But he doesn't do that. Like he'll get you like kind of amped and hyped in a moment where you're kind of like, oh, I just like how he's going with that. You know what I mean? And like he just has so much that he's saying that you have like so much to resonate on, but it's not too much that where like it all goes over your head. You know what I mean? Where he doesn't like just metaphor you to death either. You know what I mean? Like when there's a time to have a punchline, he like elevates his voice and like and he'll have that moment where he's like, pay attention. You know what I mean? Because that's where it was. So it's hard to teach that shit, man. It's hard to teach that shit, and that's why he is, and gotten the success that he has had. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to explain how he puts like that raw emotion into his music that way. It really is. So I feel like he's very much in his own lane when it comes to like what he does specifically. I feel like it's kind of hard to put anybody kind of in that same box with him who's doing it as well as he has and for like the time that he's been doing it. So. And again, I feel like I've been more or less asleep on most of his music, but almost everything that I've ever heard from him, I thought was amazing. So I've been happy to go on this journey, and I've been appreciated to keep going down the path. So thank you, Yulita, Jesus, if I could talk today, for the request. Again, be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, it's always room for you.